Welcome to Brew Day in the great British weather. The temperature is a solid 6 degrees Celsius, and today we're making an English Pale Ale. So today we're brewing a standard ordinary bitter, quite similar to the style of a Burton-upon-Trent Pale Ale. Now usually I would just use top-up water and do a partial boil, but today is the first time I'm going to be doing a full boil extract recipe. So instead of jumping straight into steeping the specialty grains, we're going to do a little bit of water treatment first. Now unfortunately, I live in an area which is renowned for having hard water. This isn't a big deal. There's a lot of British pale ales which use hard water, and that's their characteristics. However, in my area we are governed by Anglian Water, who like to put chloramine into our water to obviously make it safe to drink. And today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using Camden tablets to take out that chloramine and hopefully improve the quality of the steeping of our specialty grains. I've heard on the grapevine that chloramine can actually be negative for steeping your grains when it comes to doing extract. Apparently, not only does it affect the taste, but it can also affect the efficiency of your steeping grains. Now, I'm not sure if this is proven, but regardless, using a Camden tablet really can't hurt. So one Camden tablet treats around 10 gallons of water, and as we're going to be using roughly around 31 litres, somewhere around the 7-gallon mark of pre-boil volume water, I'm only going to use about 2/3 of a tablet. We're actually going to split this up between the water for our main boil and the water that we've got for steeping the grains and for sparging them. All I'm going to use here is a bog standard mortar and pestle, just to crush up the tablet, distribute it between our 2 volumes of water, and then we're simply going to leave this for an hour for it to take effect. And hopefully by the end we'll have some nice non-chlorinated water ready for sparging and steeping and boiling. Alright. And we're going to give those a quick stir. Smells a little bit like science class. Now, while we're waiting for this water to treat itself, we can go ahead and prepare our grains for steeping. Just remember folks, before you put your steeping grains in, remember to zero your measuring device with the muslin bag inside. And today I'm going to be doing 2 muslin bags. We're doing 350 grams of this British Crystal 30L. So that's going to be 175 grams in each muslin bag. Alright, 1 down. Always make sure you've got enough headspace in the top of the muslin bag to allow the grains to steep effectively. That's probably my #1 tip. Wonderful. Then just rest them on a plate, so if any of the smaller particles make their way out of the muslin bag, they're not going to go everywhere. Now after about 5 minutes or so, what you're going to notice with this water when it's treating itself with the Camden tablet is, to begin with, the crushed Camden tablet is going to settle to the bottom. Once you've given it 5 minutes, it's going to completely dissolve into solution into the water, and then it's just a matter of waiting. So again, give it an hour. Right, so it's been almost an entire hour now of the water treating itself to get rid of those chloramines before we start brewing. But first, before we sparge our grains, I'm going to take out about 2 litres of this water, which we're going to use to dissolve our DME in. Now, on my first boil, on my first brew day, I used liquid malt extract. This time round, I'm giving DME a go. And through lots of suggestions on the internet, a lot of brewers have been saying that it's a good idea to dissolve that DME in a small amount of water so it doesn't clump when you add it to the boil, which is exactly what we're going to do now. All I'm going to take is roughly about 2 litres of this treated water, and we're going to keep that aside for when we need to put our DME in. Right, so the majority of the treated water is now in the boiler. Now we're going to deal with our sparging. We've got the rest of the treated water here. We've got 10 litres in total. We're going to use 5 litres of that to actually steep our grains, and then we're going to use the other 5 litres to sparge them. So we're going to divide this off into 2 separate containers, and we're pretty much going to heat them at the same time. steeping water. Now, looking at the Holy Grail, the Bible of today's brewing, we are going to be steeping these grains for 30 minutes at 65 degrees Celsius, and then we're going to bring the remaining 5 litres of steeping water to somewhere around 65 to 70. But we're more concerned with keeping the temperature of this water constant. So, let's heat that bad boy up. So, as I don't want to particularly waste some time, I'm going to prepare this first lot of DME. Now, as per suggestion, it's been recommended that with DME, we put it into the boil in 2 halves. Because it's already been prepared in the factory to a certain degree, the majority of it doesn't need to go in the boil till the end. So we're going to literally do half and half with our 2 litres of water. We've got a total of 2.5 kilos of DME. And we're going to put in 1.25 kilos of that at the start of the boil, and then the remainder of the end. If you're using an oven top hob like I am right here, we're sitting right around number 4 on the dial. Of course, all hob systems are different, but it might just be worth noting that we've been heating it around about number 11. But we're going to steep around about number 4. In go the grains into their 2 separate bags. I'm very quickly going to give these a quick stir. Try and get some of that wonderful grain liquor out of there. Get them going. And we're going to start our magic timer from now. We're going to steep for half an hour till about, what, 25 past 1. Nice slow sparge.